Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Hub. We're so happy to have you here today.
Exactly, and today we're going to talk about something that almost every English learner experiences.
Something that can make speaking English feel much harder than it actually is.
Absolutely, you understand English. You know many words, you know the grammar. But when someone suddenly asks you a question,
Your brain goes, wait, let me translate this first. And while you're translating, the other person is already waiting. Or worse, they ask another question, and you're still thinking about the first one?
so let's start with an important question. Why do we translate before speaking English? The simple answer is because your brain is comfortable with your first language.
Imagine you've been using your native language your entire life. Your brain doesn't need to work very hard to create sentences. You think, I'm hungry, and the sentence comes naturally.
You don't stop and think about every word, but when you're learning English, your brain may do this, your native language, and then translate, and then find English words, and the check grammar, and finally speak.
That's a lot of work.
Exactly, and that's why speaking can feel slow.
Let's imagine you're talking to an English speaker. They ask, what did you do yesterday? You want to answer, I went to the market and bought some food. But instead of immediately thinking in English, your brain starts searching for the meaning in your native language. Then you translate it. Then you think, is this grammar correct? Then what was that word again? And finally, you say, yesterday, I market food.
We've all been there, and here's the important thing. This doesn't mean you're bad at English.
Not at all. It simply means your brain hasn't developed a fast connection between your ideas and English words yet.
This is one of the most important things to understand. You can know a word without being able to use it quickly. For example, you may know the word exhausted. You understand, exhausted means extremely tired. But when you're actually speaking, you might say, I'm very, very, very tired. There's nothing wrong with that sentence. But with practice, your brain can eventually connect the feeling directly to.
Yeah, for example, I'm exhausted. No translation, no dictionary, no mental grammar test. Just the idea. And English?
Think small, not big. Now here's our first technique. Don't try to think in complicated English. Start with very small thoughts. For example, when you wake up, don't try to create a beautiful English sentence. Simply think, I'm awake. Then, I'm tired. I'm hungry. It's cold. Where's my phone? I need water.
These tiny sentences are powerful because they connect your real life experience directly to English.
Exactly.
You don't need to translate, I'm hungry. You simply experience hunger and think, I'm hungry. That's how you begin building the connection.
Let's give our viewers a simple challenge.
All right. For the next few minutes, look around you. What can you see?
Maybe you see a chair, a table, a window, a phone, a book.
Now turn those words into tiny thoughts. For example, the window is open. My phone is on the table. I'm sitting in a chair.
Don't worry about making perfect sentences. The goal is not perfection.
Yes, the goal is to make your brain say idea implies English instead of idea and native language and translation in English.
And that's the real training. One important reminder, please don't become frustrated if you still translate sometimes. It's completely normal. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and suddenly think in perfect English all day. And you don't need to. Start with 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15.
Little by little, English becomes more automatic. And one day, someone will ask you a question in English, And instead of translating, you'll just answer. And that's exactly what we're going to work on in part 2.
We're going to learn some simple and fun techniques that can train your brain to think directly in English. So don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started.
Part 2, How to Start Thinking in English.
Welcome back to English Hub. In part 1, we discovered why we translate in our heads before speaking English.
And now we're taking the next step. How can we actually train our brains to think in English?
And when you're leaving home, where are my keys? I have my phone. Let's go.
Don't worry. We're not going to ask you to sit in a quiet room for 3 hours and think English, English, English.
That sounds exhausting. Instead, we're going to use simple techniques that you can practice during your normal day.
I am just kidding, guys. Let us move to technique 1. Talk to yourself.
Yes, talk to yourself.
And don't worry, you're not crazy. Talking to yourself in English is one of the easiest ways to practice without needing another person.
For example, when you're getting ready in the morning, think, I need to get dressed. Where are my shoes? I need to brush my teeth. I'm running late. When you're making breakfast, this smells good. I'm making coffee. The water is hot. I need some sugar. These are simple sentences, but they're training your brain to connect everyday situations with English automatically.
Technique 2, Describe what you see.
Here's another powerful technique. Describe your surroundings. Look around you and say what you see. For example, there's a man walking. A car is passing by. The sky is cloudy. Someone is talking on the phone. The door is open. And if you're at home, the television is on. There's a cup on the table. My phone is next to me.
You don't need difficult vocabulary. Actually, simple English is better at the beginning.
Technique 3, Think in phrases, not individual words.
This one is extremely important. Don't learn English as thousands of individual words. Learn chunks and phrases. For example, instead of only learning idea, learn I have an idea. Instead of only learning sure, learn are you sure? Instead of only learning busy, learn I'm a little busy right now.
Why does this help? Because when you need the expression, your brain remembers the whole phrase instead of building it word by word. It's like having ready-made English pieces in your brain.
Technique 4, Ask yourself questions.
Now let's make things more interesting. Start asking yourself questions in English. For example, what am I doing? I'm studying English. What did I eat this morning? I had breakfast at home. What am I going to do today? I'm going to work.
You can even ask yourself fun questions. What would I do if I won the lottery? Oh, that's dangerous. Why? Because my answer would be, first, I'm buying a house. See, you're practicing English and having fun at the same time.
Technique 5, Don't stop for every mistake.
This is where many learners get stuck. They think, wait, is that the correct tense? Did I use the right preposition? Is that sentence grammatically perfect? And suddenly, they've completely forgotten what they wanted to say.
Exactly. When you're training yourself to think in English, don't stop every 2 seconds to correct yourself.
First, communicate the idea.
Then, later, you can improve the grammar. For example, if you say, yesterday I go to the market.
Don't panic. You successfully communicated the idea. Later, you can correct it. Yesterday, I went to the market. Accuracy is important, but fluency needs practice too.
Technique 6. Change your inner voice.
Here's a fun challenge. During your day, whenever you catch yourself thinking in your native language, don't get frustrated. Just try to replace that thought with a simple English sentence. For example, you see rain outside. Instead of thinking in your native language, switch to, it's raining. You feel hungry. I'm hungry. You can't find something. Where did I put it? You see a friend. Oh, there's my friend. You're basically giving your brain a new habit.
And habits become easier with repetition.
The 5-minute English thinking challenge.
Okay, let's put everything together. Every day, choose just 5 minutes. During those 5 minutes,
Minute 1. Describe what you see. I'm sitting in my room.
Minute 2, describe what you're doing. I'm drinking water.
Minute 3. Ask yourself questions. What am I doing today?
Minute 4, talk about your plans. I'm going to study English tonight.
Minute 5. Talk about your feelings. I'm feeling happy because I'm improving my English.
Only 5 minutes, but do it consistently.
5 minutes every day is much better than 1 hour once a month.
So here's your challenge for today. For the next 24 hours, whenever you notice yourself translating a simple thought, stop and try to say it directly in English.
Don't worry about complicated sentences. Think, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I need to go. Where's my phone?
That's interesting. Simple thoughts. Simple English. Every single day.
And remember, don't try to think perfect English. Try to think English.
5 minutes today. 10 minutes tomorrow. And eventually, English becomes natural. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and don't be afraid of mistakes. Because every mistake is another step toward fluency. See you in the next lesson.